This right here is my 2016 written off Polo GTI. You're probably thinking to yourself, how's it even written off? Because the front is looking pretty mint. Well, let me show you how this car looks from the back. As you can see, this car's been in a little bit of a crash and the main damage seems to be around the rear bumper. At the time I bought this car as a Category S and I thought to myself, there is no way in hell that this car can be a Category S just from looking at it from the outside, because it just had very minor damage. Yeah, the bumper was a little bit scuffed, the tail light was broken, but that's all I could see. Also, mind your business if you see me sweating, because it's 30 degrees in the UK right now. It's humid as hell and I am struggling. And when I picked up the car, the boot wasn't even damaged, which is kind of odd. As you can see, this is all the damage that we've got on the rear bumper. We've got a few cracks here and there, but other than that, that is kind of it. Tail light is a little bit broken, and if you watched the previous video, you would have already seen this, but when we removed this rear bumper, this is when things start to get a little bit more interesting. Off camera, I've already replaced this rear crash bar, but as you can see, the original one isn't really touched that much. Yeah, we've got a little ding here, but that is literally it. But if we investigate a little bit further, if we start from the left side, you can see that we've got a little bit of damage here. This has been pushed back and the seal has started to kind of crack open. This isn't the worst bit. The boot doesn't really seem to be damaged. We've got like a little ding there. Again, not the end of the world, but if we look underneath, you can see that we've got a little bit of damage. And this side seems to be the worst side. Looks like this is where the main impact potentially was, because you can see that this has been completely pushed back and squashed in. Like, this is quite bad. And you can see that the seal again has cracked open because it's been pushed back. We've got a few broken trim pieces here and there, but again, not the worst damage in the world. This bit right here actually looked a lot worse yesterday because it was further pushed in and it was actually hitting this arch line and it was rubbing on this wheel. But I got a blowtorch out, I got the hammer out, and I actually started hitting it, and I've pushed it out this way a little bit further, so now it's not rubbing on the wheel, because it was kind of stopping me from being able to drive the car, because tomorrow we're actually going to a body shop to get all of this fixed. Yeah, you could probably get away with not fixing it, but I want everything to be done 100% on this car. But before we even think about fixing and modifying this GTI, I've got some pretty important information to share with you, because the old owner of this car actually saw my TikToks and he decided to reach out to me. Turns out that this car looked completely different when he actually crashed it. He said that a drunk driver actually went into the back of him at night time, which caused the rear bumper to be completely damaged like you just saw, but this boot was also very damaged. It looks like someone replaced this boot before they sold the car, and I don't know why. They might have replaced it to make it look a little bit better, make it easier to sell, or they might have replaced the boot to be able to drive the car around a little bit. I don't know. And the thing is, when people were seeing my TikTok and my Instagram videos, they did say that this boot looks very dodgy for it to be a GTI boot, because GTIs don't come with this ugly looking spoiler. I think this is just stuck down. Like, this is definitely not the original boot. Someone has done some dodgy things. Man, I cannot stop sweating. It's so humid outside today. But this isn't actually where the story of this car ends, because the previous owner also said that it's stage 1 map and it's now making 260 horsepower, which sounds about right, because I felt like this car was very, very quick when I took it out on a test drive, and it turns out that it's stage 1 map, which is pretty interesting. But on the list of things to do today is to fit this rear bumper, and I've also got a rear driver's side tail light to replace this broken one, and this should make the car look okay externally. And then tomorrow morning, like I said, we're going to a body shop and I'm going to leave the car there overnight and they're going to fix this damage. So then the car should pretty much be completed and then we can begin modifying it. I'm also not spraying this rear bumper because the car's going to be getting wrapped in a completely different color. If we spray it and wrap goes on top, when the wrap comes off, the paint will just peel. So we're just going to leave it unsprayed. But anyway, let's get to work and get this car looking okay. The first thing to fix was the broken tail light. Old one literally bolts out and the new one just clips in. It's very simple. The next thing that I had to do was fit some breather trims, and these actually are responsible for regulating the pressure whenever you close the boot. They've got a very weird job, but they're very important at the same time. The crash bar had to come off for this. The new vents go in, crash bar goes back on, and job is done. And then the last and final step was fitting the rear bumper. And just like that, we now have a normal looking car again. Now it's time to go and visit the body shop to get this car looking 100%. Let's go. We've just made it to the body shop. I've just shown them the actual damage. So I'm going to leave it with the guys here at MH Crash Repairs that it's going to be here for about a day. So they're going to move things very quickly. And then I'm going to come in and collect it. And the damage should look a lot better. It should definitely look a lot better than that. So I'll catch you in the next clip when the car will be completely done and I'll show you the work. 24 hours later, we are now back down here, and you can see this has now been completely fixed. This has been pulled, resealed, everything's been sealed underneath. The dents are also gone, and on this side we've also got the seal. Remember, this was all cracked. Everything's now completely done, pretty much like brand new now. And we've got the center holes drilled, so we're just going to put the new bumper back on there, and the car will be pretty much done. And just like that, the GTI is now out of the body shop, and now it's time to change the entire color of this car. Off camera, I also decided to unmodify the GTI a little bit before we begin wrapping. I took the wind deflectors off, I took the ugly, nasty Alcantara steering wheel off because it was so horrible to hold. And I also took off the Blue Motion looking spoiler because this thing was making the back end of the car look so ugly. Right, we've made it to KL Graphics because none of you don't know yet, but we're wrapping the car. We've got some wrap in the back of the car from Maluco. So let me get the wrap out the car, and I'll show you what we got going on, mate. This noise is really me off. We've got the wrap here from Maluco. We're gonna go in Kieran's unit because the noise out here is loud, so come with me. And I think before we wrap it, I'm just gonna show you the color. I won't make you guys wait because I'm gonna be here with Kieran wrapping the car, and we'll show you the process and all this and all that. You ready? 3, 2, 1. Oh, hold on. We've got the cover on it still. Great, you ready? 3, 2, 1. Pow! Here we've got a ruby red wrap from the guys over at Luco. If you guys have been watching the content for a little while, you would have known that the M4 was wrapped in a similar color. This is pretty much a shade darker than the M4's color. All sorts going on today. So yeah, that's the wrap. I've also got a set of wheels at home that have come. They got delivered 2 days ago, but you guys won't see them until the car gets lowered, and then we'll put the wheels on. And this is probably the perfect time to tell you guys that me and KL Graphics are actually doing a raffle for a full wrap. So if you guys want to get your cars wrapped, as long as it's not like a big truck or a lorry, we've started a raffle. The link will be at the top of the description, and you can enter, and just for £2.50 you could literally win a full professional wrap. You can pick any color, any finish, except from chrome, because chrome is an absolute pain to install. But whoever wins will bring their car to KL Graphics. We will wrap your car and make it look brand new again. So top link in the description if you want to enter. The raffle is live. By the time you're watching, you're probably going to have another 2 days until the raffle ends. But yeah, go enter, and you could potentially win a full wrap here at KL Graphics. I'll be here, we'll be filming the whole entire thing, and we'll make your car look pretty cool. So yeah, we're going to get the car inside the unit. I don't know what we're going to do today. We're probably going to start wrapping tomorrow. Yeah, let's start wrapping and stripping this car down. We've now taken the rear lights out, we've got the door handles out, a bunch of trims are off. We're going to do these tomorrow morning. What we're going to do now is lay the first piece of colour on this bonnet. This bonnet's actually tiny, but a bit of alcohol goes on it, or I'm not sure, was it alcohol? What did you put? What did you spray on it?
Just soapy solution from clay bar.
Just soapy solution for the clay bar. So clay bar, and then after that we're just going to put the first bit of colour on, so it's going to be exciting to see how this is going to look. And there we go, just like that, the bonnet of the Polo GTI is now completely done, and this colour is looking unreal. It's literally like a proper nice metallic finish. It kind of looks like paint. Like these wraps from Maluco have no orange peel. It literally looks like paint. Like look how metallic and glossy it is from back here. It's now day 2. I'm back down at KL Graphics, and Kieran actually did quite a bit of work off camera. So look at this. This car from this angle, this car literally looks complete minus the roof. Like look at this. This colour actually looks insane. The bumper's been done. This panel side has been completely finished as well. Bonnet's done. The bumper's also half wrapped. Like you're probably asking yourself, why is it silver? What we're going to do is add some gloss black vinyl to make it look like a, what's it called, like a wide mouth kind of look. Yeah, it's going to like blend in with everything in the car, and it's just going to look sick. Just wait until it's done. So today what we're going to focus on is this side. So this is day 2. We're going to do this bit, and then in day 3 we are going to do the roof, wrap the rear bumper, and pretty much add the final touches like the mirrors, the door handles back, and just kind of go over the wrap and see if anything's peeling or pulling back, which it probably won't. But this thing's looking sick. Like look at the shine here, like from this light into there. it looks crazy. But yeah, the colours turned out really nice. It's suiting the car really well. But the only thing that I'm really annoyed at is that we didn't do the wheels and springs before, but they didn't turn up in time. So the plan was to do wheels, springs, then wrap, but it still looks good. It still looks sick, but the vision hasn't been reached yet. Once the wheels and the springs are on, this car is gonna look sick. But right now the boys are putting the other side. How are you wrapping it? You're basically wrapping it all in one. So a whole wrap, stuck down, tacked, heated, bent, wrapped, all this, all that, all in one piece. This is how the professionals do it, isn't it, Kieran, mate? Yep. Go. Here is the final look of the GTI, and this thing in red looks unreal. I feel like the red suits this car so much better than a lot of other colours. Maybe biased, but mate, this thing is looking unreal. And Kieran literally did this job in what, like a day and a half? I dropped it off on Monday afternoon. It's now Wednesday, 11 AM, 12 PM, and the car's done. The car is literally done. He done it in about 2 days, and the job's flawless. And this thing, oh, man, I'm speechless. Originally, like I said, I wanted to fit the wheels and the springs on because that would have made it look 10 out of 10. Because right now the wrap job's good, but I feel like the wheels are letting it down a lot. The wheels have just been delivered, the wheels are at home. I'm just waiting for the springs. There's still so much stuff to do to this car, but like even look at the little details in the roof. We've got like a black roof and these little winglet bits here are red. Looks sick. But yeah, there's a lot of things that I still need to do to this car. I need to fix the oil leak because we've got a leaking sump. Need to fix whatever's going on here. Need to fix this badge. Honestly, so much stuff's coming up for this car. We're gonna go stage 3. I'm picking up some turbos well, not turbos. I'm picking up a turbo next week with all the required parts to go to stage 3. So in the next few weeks, this car's gonna be running close to 400 horsepower. Like, there is so much happening with this car. You can't even imagine. This is only the first mod, and that's the wrap. And there's so much on the way. Right, Tane Customs just pulled up. If you guys know him, you would know what he does. I weren't even gonna show people in this video, but you could probably guess.
Yeah.
What's inside there?
Some lightweightness for the front end.
Some very light weightness for the front end. This in here is absolutely sick. You do a bunch of bonnets for VWs, BMWs,
bonnets, wings, all sorts of BM stuff. Moved on to Audi, S1 stuff soon.
I see you got even the Mark 8 STs.
Yeah, Mark 8 STs are coming soon, very soon.
I guess you guys can probably tell what's in here. Oh,
it's
mate.
It's going to look mega.
Can we open it up?
Yeah, of course.
Go on. Oh, man. I wasn't going to show people this until another video, but I've got the... Oh, my God. Mate, that looks crazy.
Yeah,
look at that. Got that all the little... Mate, that is insane.
Yeah,
that is insane. That is insane, man. Just imagine that with that red.
Yeah, it's gonna look crazy.
Mate, that is so sick. It's not going to be on in this video. You got a sneak peek, right? Right, this is what we're dealing with right now. In the video, you might have recalled that I said that we've got a leak in sump. So let me show you what's going on right now. Under here, you can see that this sump is completely soaked with oil. Like, look at all the oil on there. And look at all the oil on the under tray. Like, over the past 2 weeks, I've lost, I think, almost 2 litres or over 2 litres worth of oil because of the sump. So today we're going to be upgrading to a steel sump that I got online. I think the whole kit was like 160 quid because as you can see right now, the stock sump is plastic, whereas this is steel. So not only will this stop the oil leak, but it's going to be a pretty good upgrade because plastic sumps are not it. Inside the kit, you also get a windage tray, a new oil pickup pipe, some seals, new bolts that need to be torqued to, I think, 8 Newton meters, and some sealant to seal on the, what do you call it? The sump. The stock sump is actually just being held in by a gasket, and screws, but this is just gonna seal it completely. So hopefully we will never ever have a leak in sump, because this is a pain to deal with. It's left a bunch of marks on the ground, and just look at this mess. This is insane. So I need to get under the car. I'm not sure how much you're gonna be able to see, because the space that I've got right now under here is very minimal. I need a ramp. I need something. I need a garage, all right? But for now, this is gonna have to do. Right, I'm currently draining the oil. I've got a little drip tray right here. I think this car takes 4, but it looks like we've got more than 4 here. It doesn't make sense, because this is like a 7-8 litre drip tray. But after the oil is drained, I've got to undo all of these bolts. There's like 10, 12. And I've got to unplug the oil level sensor that's right there, undo them bolts, and then this thing should fall right off, because this is just being held in by a seal. Oil was still draining under there, and whilst it's draining, I'm just going to inspect this filter for any sparkly bits, and so far it seems okay. No issues with it, no trouble. Okay, oil is now drained, and now I need to undo about 400,000 million bolts on the sump. There are so many of these. Also need to unplug the oil level sensor that's just in here. And just like that, the sump is now out. Check that out. I managed to spill oil absolutely everywhere. But now I need to put some sealant around this, transfer the oil level sensor from that to that. And I believe I also need to get this fitted. Oh no, this is so bad. I've just snapped the bolt that holds in the oil pickup pipe. It like clean snapped off. Oh, this is so bad, but it's not flush, so I should be able to get it out. Okay, this was a little bit of a battle. Look at all this mess, but one snapped sump bolt later, this thing is now completely on. I just need to wait for the sealant to dry off. But yeah, snapped the bolt, had to go Audi, VW, get a new bolt. I also bought a new torque wrench to make sure that I don't over torque things, because I had a cheap £20 Amazon one, hence why the bolt snapped. Everything's tightened, sealed. This took a lot longer than I thought. Just having to work like this without a ramp, without a workshop, it's just so annoying. I've got oil in my hair, stones in my hair. This was a mess, but this is the end of the video. Thank you for watching. Leave me a comment, let me know what you think about the build so far. In the next video, we're putting on new wheels, a carbon bonnet, lowering springs, and a bunch of other mods that are going to transform the look and I could say the performance of the car. But yeah, lots of things planned. Don't forget to enter the raffle for the wrap. You actually have 1 day left, because this YouTube video has just been delayed because I've had a lot of things going on. But thank you for watching, guys. Subscribe for more content on this and to just stay up to date, and I'll catch you in the next one.